I'm not going to complicate this. It's essentially our experiences that make us who we are, or who we think we are at one moment in time. With these experiences, we tend to start molding our environments to hold an energy that resonates with us at a particular time. These environments help us to create a personality and a belief system, not specifically in a religious sense, but it could be, but rather a belief system in ourselves. I feel it's within the confines of this box we place ourselves in that we see our capabilities, and we begin to automatically predetermine whether or not we can achieve something. And obviously this means limitations are at play. We are limited by an inability to see past ourselves at that moment and cannot gaze into our potential future, if you will. These friendship circles, relationships, jobs, places, habits, and even material items we are surrounded by will no doubtably begin to create an issue when it's time to evolve and begin growing towards our higher self, a version of ourselves in which we should all reach for, a version that can influence reality with purely our thoughts, fueled by a pure heart of good intentions. As we strive toward this reality and this version of ourselves, our current reality will serve as a reminder of who we once were, and for some of us this can create resistance to who we wish to become if we aren't willing to accept change, because change is scary. This resistance, in my experience, is now what I call anxiety. When I was about 18, I tried LSD for the first time, and it completely changed my life. It's cliche, but it did. I'm not going to encourage anyone to take drugs, so take what resonates. However, there's no doubt that certain literature suggests that under the influence of certain substances, one can see things about themselves that they normally can't. For the first 2 hours, I tried so hard to hold on to every moment in which my body began to settle, as getting there was a very uncomfortable process. There was this cycle taking place within my mind, triggered by every time a new thought would arise. Picture yourself standing with your feet in the ocean. At first it's calm, and then a giant wave would rush toward you. At the mercy of the water, you are submerged and you suddenly fear for your life. And then suddenly, the wave would fall and drift away. It's slightly exaggerated, and this wasn't visually happening, but it's a great way of explaining this cycle that was emotionally taking place. Due to knowing that this cycle was about to pull me away from feeling comfortable, I began to hold on to the present moment, staring at something in the room or singing the lyrics to the song that was playing, but it was useless. I was simply along for the ride and had to embrace it and let it happen. My only other option was to struggle, to no avail, and stretch the cycle out longer than it has to be. So eventually, I let go. It was almost more me giving up on trying to struggle, but I did let go. You see, the feeling that would arise was the very same feeling that has been cropping up in my life when things no longer resonate with me. Anxiety. Now, I'm not saying that your anxiety will be guaranteed to be an indication of change, but if this resonates with you, maybe, just maybe, it is.